I love the PIXELJUNK games, as you could probably tell. I like how each game in the series is a new approach to a classic formula that we have all played. The guys at Q Games take the concepts that we all have played and somehow make a game that stands out on its own in the genre. This time, the team took over the tower defense genre, which has been done more times than the girls from the Jersey Shore. Only this time, they put their own PIXELJUNK spin on it with PIXELJUNK monsters. Like most games in the genre, there is no story, so it's up to you to create your own. You take control of a humanoid turtle-like thing. I like to call mine Albie, named after Albert Camus. Albie is from the island of Dorset, a small fishing area that mostly keeps to themselves. They are oppressed by the evil country of Wenzelberg, which is populated by much larger things than the creatures of Dorset. Because Dorset is such a poor island, they cannot afford to pay the incredible high taxes Wenzelberg demands, so they decide to stop paying. There was no extravagant tea party situation, they just said no. This did not make the king of Wenzelberg happy, so he sent his army to deal with them. Unable to properly defend themselves, they turned to their chief, Albie, to deal with the attackers. Albie is not a warrior, so instead of fighting them head on, he turns the local trees into forts that can fight off the enemy. He designed forts that can shoot arrows, cannonballs, and even ice. The armies of Wenzelberg are not that smart and will follow their personal GPS systems to their death. Knowing this, Albie builds his forts along the path to the villages to ambush them. So Albie runs around the area, building forts that he can fight off the waves before they make it to the local villages. Each tower costs gold, and Albie doesn't have that much, so he collects it from the fallen Wenzelberg enemies. Some enemies are close to retirement and are paid with gems instead of gold. These gems can be spent to upgrade the forts. Albie is also a highly talented engineer, and if you keep him close to a fort for long enough, he can upgrade the fort himself and won't have to spend his precious gems. Albie has to get out of the way because he really can't take a hit. If he comes in contact with any enemy, he will get knocked to the ground and drop all of his gold while he runs away. So he has to stay hidden in the trees, upgrading and building and upgrading forts after forts to fight off the enemies. Albie fights off wave after wave until the general decides to take it upon himself and attack the village. He looks like an Aztec idol and bounces down the pass and takes a lot of damage to defeat. But after you do defeat him, he drops a lot of gold. You can pick which village you want to defend from the large map of the Dorset Island. Each mission has its own twist that changes the rules a little bit. Some villages start Albie off with a large amount of gold, and it's up to him to ration it cautiously because the armies don't drop any gold. This is a fun way to mix up the overall gameplay. With multiplayer and online leaderboards, I found myself returning to Dorset Island time and time again to help out Albie, and also have some good fun doing it.